Okay, so just recently I attended a workshop with Natalia Taffarel with the Train to Create guys. We were talking massively about colour theory and colour palettes. Now, one thing that she showed us there was this website where you can build your own colour checker and colour palette. So from this you've got several different options, as you can see here. What was really interesting was the fact that we can actually use this and bring this into Photoshop if we want to. So to give an example, over here we used the try sample. We can also then go for an opposite colour. So if you want to flick them backwards and forwards, when you're on there you can also do complement. So this gives you the extra look over here of a complementary colour. So there's the three there. Now again we can play around with this. This is not what the tutorial was for, as in for me showing you today. It's how you can bring this colour swatches and colour palette into Photoshop. So straight away, the easiest way of doing this is over here with a thing called colour tables. Colour tables down here. If you click on colour tables, you'll be brought up here with the colours, the primary colours, the secondary colours, and the complementary colour. Now, with that, over here on the right hand side, it says colour swatches. Now we can bring this colour swatches, and you see there's the full colour swatches nice and large. With this, if you're not using Photoshop, there is other options you can use for GPL for GIMP or PNG, which you can bring into anything, including Photoshop. Now, Photoshop gives you this lovely export facility, import facility for swatches. So if you just click on the ACO Photoshop, click on that, that then downloads. As you'll see, it's downloaded here from my downloads palette. And if I now go into my downloads, you'll see here that my palette is here. Now if I just double click on that, that will bring me straight into Photoshop and actually will load that swatch into my colour palette. So if I look over here on my swatches, you'll see there's a whole load of swatches. But if I just quickly actually replace swatches with the new colour palette that I've just selected there's my colour palette. Click open, and I only have that colour palette available. That is a really funky and neat trick. Obviously, if you do decide you want to bring PNG in, you can open a new document. And if we just go back to my my colour palette here, we can open a PNG image. We can then save the PNG image, which you'll see here. So I can right click, save image as, and we'll just call it download because it makes no odds for this tutorial. And then we go back across to Photoshop. And you can see here we go file, place embedded, so if we do delete it from our downloads it won't disappear. Post to linked, and download PNG, we'll add that in there, place that as its own layer, and we have again something that we can sample from. So with the swatch tool, the colour picker tool, we can click up here and we can select the colours, and they're now loading as our foreground colour. So again we can select any of these, and if we want to scroll through here we can equally scroll through over here. Hope you find that useful. If you want to ask me any questions, feel free. And this here is a great little tool for thinking of colour theory. And again, you can have a play around with that. Play around with all the different shades, saturations, the luminance, and you'll find there's lots of different versions of it in here as well. Any other questions, let me know. Feel free to follow this channel, subscribe, and I'll speak to you very soon. Cheers. Bye.